We all love watching the flight videos of the CitationMax YouTube channel. Max Weldon is the man behind this popular channel. His story is quite interesting. In this video, I'll tell you how Max's love for aviation started, his inspiration to become a pilot, how he dropped out of university to pilot, and how he became a pilot and a successful YouTuber. So, now let's start from the beginning. Max Weldon was born on October 4, 1996 in London, England, UK. He grew up here. His father is a businessman and runs the family business. Max's mother, Jane, is an animal lover. Max grew up with animals, and much like his mother, he too is a dog lover. They have animal sanctuaries in the US. Max's father has been an avid flyer for a very long time, and their house used to be underneath the Heathrow arrival path in England. At a young age, Max used to watch planes, standing in the garden, expecting his father's plane, and this started his love for aviation. Max has been playing with the flight simulators since 7. This proved helpful when he became a pilot. He spent all the money that he received for his 8th birthday to buy Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004. Initially, he started simulation with a default airplane and later upgraded to British Airways flights for a more immersive experience. Max also watched the flight simulation streams online, and at 18, he streamed his simulator flights on Twitch. Watching flight simulations helped him. At 10, he moved to the US, and while in high school, he always wanted to obtain a pilot's license, but he refrained himself thanks to his assumption that flying an airplane would be very difficult. At 17, in his final year of high school, one of his friends obtained a pilot's license and gave Max a ride. He was both impressed and inspired by this and decided to obtain his pilot's license. As Max didn't want to remain as a simulation pilot at 17, he wanted to try his hand at flying, even though he wasn't self-confident. So, he along with his mother visited a small airport in Farmingdale. Here, a few Cessna 172 aircraft were present. He wanted to fly one of them, but his mother objected as she felt the aircraft to be tiny and unsafe. So, they left the airport. Later, Max Googled safest planes and stumbled upon Cirrus aircraft. He felt this aircraft to be safe as it had a parachute. He and his mother visited Performance Flight in Harrison, New York, and he successfully convinced his mother to let him fly in the Cirrus aircraft. As the flying lessons were expensive, Max's mother allowed him to fly only once a week. All this was happening without the knowledge of his father, as they feared that he would not agree to let him take the flying lessons. As Max started flying, his love for aviation cemented, and eventually, he informed his father, who supported his decision. At Performance Flight, he was instructed by Kevin, and here, he started training in a Cirrus SR20 aircraft, and after completing 250 hours, he flew a Cirrus SR22. At 18, Max received his private pilot license, PPL, within 40 hours. Later, he also received his jet type ratings, and after receiving his type rating, he did Supervised Operating Experience, SOE. Max used Shepherd Air to prepare for the written exam, and he also used PilotEdge.net, which helped him grow as a pilot. He studied political science from the New School in New York City. Max was attending the flight school, and from September 12, 2016, he started attending the New York University, NYU, but eventually, as his desire to fly full-time became stronger, he dropped out of the university in 2018. Max also did an associate degree in aviation from Vaughn College of Aeronautics and Technology, New York. Initially, he worked at Flight Club, a footwear store, and then worked as a coach at Chelsea Piers Fieldhouse, a sports complex in New York City. At the time, Max did his instrument and commercial training but had no flight time. So, he joined Angel Flight Northeast organization to gain flight time and started flying 4 flights per week. Each flight was for 6 to 8 hours. Likewise, he flew part-time for Angel Flight Northeast for 6 months, flying sick patients, and during this time, he switched from full-time to part-time studying at NYU and later dropped out of NYU. Max also worked as a pilot at Performance Flight. Thanks to flying for Angel Flight and rental flights, he accumulated a total of 700 hours of flight time. Of this, 500 hours is with Angel Flight and the remaining is with rental flights. Max was renting Cirrus SR22 aircraft to build time. The rent was expensive at around $500 for the aircraft per hour, and when he was around 900 hours, his father decided to employ him as a pilot for his business. By that time, he flew commercial, single, and multi-engine planes. Max's father was confident of him, even though he was never piloted by him. They bought a Cirrus SR20 aircraft as this was more financially viable than renting it frequently. Later, they sold Cirrus SR20 and purchased a Cirrus Vision Jet. In order to fly this aircraft, he took type rating in Knoxville. As Vision Jet was loud for his father, he used to wear a headset. This prompted his father to sell the Vision Jet and buy a Cessna Citation Jet M2 by Textron Aviation, but later, they upgraded to a Cessna Citation CJ3 Plus aircraft, and in 2024, Max took the delivery of AN2RF Citation Longitude aircraft. Max took PIC type rating course at Flight Safety and also completed Citation Longitude CE 700 PIC type rating. He is an ADP-rated pilot, and in March 2024, he also became a flight instructor. Max is the only pilot in his family, and he pilots his parents. His father uses the plane for business purposes, whereas his mother uses it for animal and children charity purposes. Max started his YouTube channel on October 2, 2016. He named his channel initially as CitationMax, but later renamed it to CitationMax. He published his first video, Cirrus SR20 Full IMC ILS-22L, at Boston Logan INTL with ATC on October 10, 2016. Initially, Max used to record his training videos and publish them. He used to watch them to learn his mistakes. Later, he started publishing the videos of himself flying aircraft where he shares his processes, experiences, and beautiful sceneries. Max's first video to go viral and get millions of views is Cirrus Vision Jet departing Chicago O'Hare Airport, KORD. This was published on November 4, 2018. Currently, he has 267K subscribers on his channel and 74.4K followers on Instagram. He also sells merchandise and is tall at 6 feet 4 inches. So, how are you inspired by Max Weldon's story? Please comment below. If you are into reading, I've also written his story on my website, which I'm linking in this video's description. And if you are interested in more success stories of your favorite YouTubers, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.